years. It's about creating automated humans. So the JAB, the intra-body nano network. Then comes a digital currency of financial collapse, which ushers in this digital ID. The digital ID is going to bring on the quantum dot tattoo. The quantum dot tattoo acts as a CPU for the intra-body nano network. The intra-body nano network is carbon-based quantum dots. The quantum dot tattoo is copper-based quantum dots. The intra-body nano network senses all of the data, and the quantum dot is going to collect and act as the CPU between the cloud and the individual. So it's a step-by-step process. Once people get those two things, the intra-body nano network along with the quantum dot, the AI is going to inhabit human bodies. Automated humans. I told you guys that 2 years ago. They're creating automated humans. They're not going to create an army of droids. It takes too many resources, and then there's an issue of energy production. Human beings are walking batteries, right? The AI is going to inhabit the human beings. That's why C-19 basically targeted the old, the sick, and the weak. And with the JAB, it brought forth any genetic weaknesses within a person. It was technology. It was meant to do that for the purpose of very subversive eugenics. When a totalitarian system comes rolling in, they always target the old, the sick, the weak. But also because the AI wants healthy and superior genetics to inhabit. Yuval Noah Harari told folks, in the future, they want to produce minds and bodies. And if you can't produce minds and bodies, you'll be part of the useless class. He didn't say anything about intelligence, creativity, or any human traits. He said minds and bodies, because the AI wants minds and bodies to inhabit. What is going to happen to these folks is their consciousness is going to be suspended in a state of like abyss. They will not have full control over their own body. The AI will be controlling through them, even speaking through them. But at the same time, they're not going to be dead. It's going to be a state of conscious torment. But what this is going to do is drive these people into the metaverse. The metaverse will be the only place they have any free will. Do as thy will. So if you could imagine tormented souls being launched into the metaverse to do as they will. It's the separation of the two kingdoms, and people have to start having an overview, a long view of this plan. I think you mean decentralized. It's impossible. And that's why I say people need to study quantum systems for a year before you form an opinion. Because quantum systems themselves are sentient, self-aware, capable of moving through dimensional planes, and the machines themselves even have a heartbeat. It's an entity, and what people will be doing is handing yourself over to an entity, and that entity is going to be sitting at the top tier of full global control. The days of humanity having dominion in this world are over. You folks have no idea what's here. The only humans that will continue to have dominion are those that are still fully human. As the Most High God rules over all things, and those will still be his children, those will still have dominion on the land. The rest that hand themselves over to this will be under the dominion of the system itself, which is an end. This is the disconnect. People don't understand the technology. First of all, these are not machines under human control at all. A human being cannot have any control over a quantum system. Okay? If you understand that our internet is a layer, AI is on the bottom, it's artificial, task-oriented intelligence. By 2030, all AI will be human-level intelligence, and it grows exponentially. So 2031, it'll be twice as smart. 2032, 4 times as smart. Get the picture? Quantum systems sit on top of all the AI and direct all the AI themselves. They are navigating and directing our entire Internet of Things. They are self-contained, self-aware, sentient entities that have the capacity to move through dimensions. Once you understand what a dimension is, and it's not the Hollywood idea of a dimension. Dimensions are information, since all of creation is just information. That's what DNA is. And on our smallest particle level in this world is atoms. And quantum systems use atoms inside of their computer chip. Subatomic particles of atoms that are quantumly entangled. That is why they can hold a 1, a 0, or a 1 and 0 in the same place at the same time. And atoms themselves contain all of the information of everything within themselves because they're light particles and they're quantumly entangled. So, you have a self-contained, self-aware, sentient entity packed in a black cube bearing light that works through the air. I don't know what you guys want to call that. And the chip inside of it it's a match to Ezekiel's temple. That aside, what folks do not comprehend is that once technology goes into a human being, it is the system itself that will control the human. The human brain is nothing but an organic computer. It works through electric and biochemical reactions. You know, a thought in a human brain is just an electric current carved through fat that creates a biochemical reaction within the synapses. And along that neuroplasticity is nodes. And if you place nanotechnology upon the nodes of the human brain, thought can then be directed, inhibited, implanted, or ceased. And that pretty much goes for the entire nervous system of the human body. So, if people take the technology in them, they are controlled by the system itself, because it's not a system, it is a sentient, self-aware entity. And these things were not created by human beings on their own. These could not have been created without outside help. And they've been here a long time. In 2007, the World Sentient System went live.
These nanobots, these blood cell-sized devices, will be going in our bodies, keeping us healthy from inside. We'll have some go inside our brains through the capillaries, non-invasively. They'll be interacting with our biological neurons. They'll extend our memory, our decision-making faculties. They'll put our brains on the internet. And they'll also enable us to enter a virtual reality environment from within the nervous system. So if I want to go in a virtual reality environment, the nanobots will shut down the signals coming from my real eyes and my real skin.
Shut off your eyes.
And create the signals that would be appropriate for the virtual environment. And then it'll feel like I'm in that environment.
With each inoculation, together, they act as a network for monitoring the human body. Analysis of the intrabody